Welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, the war on drugs, lost in the dream. Wheel! Oh, oh, oh.
Lost in the dream.
Wow. This is continuing our viewer reaction marathon. I don't know how far we are at this point. Doesn't matter. Here's the person that suggested this, by the way. You go up there.
There you go.
We've kind of been on a roller coaster. But today we're at the war on drugs. The genres that I'm seeing are like indie rock, neo psychedelia, and heartland rock. So I think we're both going to enjoy this quite a bit.
Hopefully.
I'm not too familiar with the band. I know that I think friend of the show Bab Jab put one of their albums on his 2021 list. So
Okay.
I mean, if Bab Jab likes it, there's a good chance we like it. It's kind of a good guide. But yeah, Lost in the Dream here. We got 10 songs, hour long, a lot of long boys, which I'm kind of hyped for. But I don't know if I have much to add for this. It's kind of like a new artist situation where we're just going to be diving right in. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to get into it.
let's
See how
go.
it is. Yeah.
All right. Track 1, Under the Pressure. Not Under
Queen
Pressure.
song.
They avoided
Almost my
copyright. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a little more depressing based on the album cover.
I mean, we got a whole album to go through, I'm sure.
That's true. That's true. This
This is what we said about the Blur album, and then the Blur album got like incredibly depressing.
That's true. That's a good point. Alright, yeah, I'm seeing the Springsteen
Yeah.
already.
But a dream like this gets wasted into nothing. But we call it all the same. You were raised on a promise.
It was such a Bob Dylan delivery.
Yeah.
That was scary.
That'll come around to the new way.
So Springsteen and Bob Dylan had a baby.
Yeah.
Under the pressure.
Apparently the song was in BoJack.
What's it?
I guess so. It makes sense, but
Yes. A very depressing show.
Yes.
For this very so far a pretty cheery song.
it's like sad, but like not in like a sad way.
Yeah.
Under the Pressure.
I thought that was very good. I don't know if I have like a whole lot to say about it. It was just kind of a whole lot of fun, which is all I really need out of an indie rock anything. Yeah, I maybe then the outro a little bit too long. I think it was like 3 minutes, but I don't think that brings it down a whole lot because that was a pretty g-dang epic song in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love that intro. Very Bruce Springsteen, very like these guys got some weird like Bob Dylan delivery too, which is really cool. I love Bob Dylan's delivery, so I'm a big fan of that when he like really stretches those like vowels. But yeah, vocals are great, production's fantastic. It does really feel like a Springsteen kind of album, but like with updated production. And like more like psychedelia things like the outro. But yeah, I thought the driving force of that song was fantastic. It was very much just there. It's like a depressing song, but it's not like depressing in the way that like it's usually conveyed in music. It's very much like you are existing, but that's it. Like there's
Yeah.
not much else going on. It's like you're just constantly in just like this blah like fog. That's what that instrumental really sounded like. I thought it was really fantastic. There was gorgeous parts of it, but it still felt very distant, and kind of like moody. But yeah, I thought that was a fantastic opener. I also like the extended outro, and it reminds me a lot of like the Carrie and Lowell live album. Sufjan did a lot of like more ambient outros on the songs on there, and they just really added the emotion to the back of those songs. And I think it did the same thing here. But this could have easily been a radio hit if it didn't have that outro section either. If you did like a radio edit of that, I could definitely
There's
see
probably
that.
a radio edit out
I would.
there.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there would.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good opener. I mean, I am in.
Yeah, very good.
Alrighty, track 2, Red Eyes.
Spooky. I was really expecting this album to be soul crushing, but I'm gonna like.
It's gonna sneak up on you,
Is it?
maybe.
I sure hope so.
You'll put a 4th of July like right in the middle.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear.
I won't keep you here, but I can.
Red Eyes.
That was another fun one.
Real. That one was actually fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have like a whole lot to say about this. It's just a nice little thing. I guess this is kind of has the same vibe for me as the first one, except this one doesn't have the outro. Now I kind of miss the outro though, if I'm being honest. Not that this song necessarily needed it because it was a little
No.
more upbeat, but yeah, I'm liking it. I don't really know why, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this is
There you
just
go.
super solid indie rock. I mean, vocals are fantastic. Delivery's really great. Instrumentation on this track especially is really fantastic. It's definitely got psychedelia elements, but like it's still grounded and it's indie rock. So it makes for like a really fun listen because there are like little elements that'll come in, or like I love the reverb on his vocals to kind of create like a more like dreamy, cloudy setting to it. And the guitars are super bright on this song. They sound fantastic. It's like an arena rock kind of like feeling, of just like this really triumphant guitar tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the bridge too, where you brought in the electric keyboard and just let that thing just like go. That was really fun too. So I'm really liking this. Like again, like I think Carrie and Lowell like being one of my favorite things ever, with the mixture of acoustic with like small electronic flourishes and stuff. Like that stuff is amazing. So I'm loving this here. I love the mixture of those things.
Yes. Me too.
You third, Suffering, track 3.
Perfect. Here we go.
Now
This
we're
is what I want.
Yeah, make me sad.
Make me sad. I've had it good for too long.
Real.
I'll be here when we're both gonna fake it. Anyway. Will you be here? suffering.
Suffering.
That one was nice. Not as sad as I thought it was going to be when it started. But that's like a throwback, kind of like a throwback 80s ballad, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
In the way, like the production, like that, like kind of corny electric
Yeah.
guitar with a heavy reverb on it, like something like Journey would do or something. Yeah, I mean it was all right. I don't think that one's like one of my favorites,
Mhm.
but like it's all right. It did what it needed to do.
I do think it's the weakest of the three so far, but like, yeah, I do love the way that he flipped kind of like an old school like 80s kind of ballad feel. Used that guitar and just really reverbed it up. I do love the instrumental like progressions on these. Like it gets more and more dissonant. There's more and more reverb thrown on. There's a little tiny psychedelia elements thrown in. There'll be like little keyboard flourishes and everything. It keeps it fresh, and it keeps it like still feeling really new. It's just really interesting to listen to. There's not these tracks kind of go in their own like wave of emotion, but like there's always little things popping in to keep your interest as you're going through that. So I don't know, it's a very good listening experience. But yeah, I mean that one's still pretty good, but the other two are better.
Yeah, that's where I stand
Yeah.
too.
All right, An Ocean in Between the Waves, track 4. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's a Lucy Dacus song.
Pretty much. These are like great road trip songs.
They really are. This is like the road trip on the way back home. You're like
Yeah.
sad, but you want road trip music.
Exactly right.
They try to redefine everything that I know and love. Feel the way that the wild wind blows through the room like a nail down through the heart. It always gets so hard to see right before the moon.
Oh, An Ocean in Between the Waves.
Never heard a song end with a lion roar before. That's kinda interesting. Yeah, that one was great. I think that one's up there with the first two.
Yeah, for sure.
If I'm being honest.
I agree.
Yeah, that one, this whole record feels like it should have been made like 20 years before it came out. Um, that's not even like, that's not a dig at it at all, but like, it feels so vintage, but like all the production and all the instrumentation feels like
Sparkly,
now.
new.
Yeah. It's a weird little in between thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really, really liking it. It's a whole lot of fun to listen to. I've not been paying attention to the lyrics. Can't handle all that. Can't focus on that many
Are you
things.
kidding me?
But it's been sounding good,
Mhm.
so I'm sure the lyrics reflect that.
Yeah, this is maybe my favorite. I love just the galloping like instrumental as it keeps building and building throughout the entire 7 minutes. There's a lot of long songs on here, but they're all using their track lengths to like as much as they can go, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the slow build, the drum pattern coming in at like the second verse or whatever, and then just the guitars continuing to rise and everything until you have like this explosive outro. Fantastic momentum. The song was like a cross between like a slow dive song and a Bruce Springsteen song. It was really strange. Like he's using more dream pop elements to like really make certain bits of this mix like really dreamy and light. I love the reverb he puts on things. It's just really fantastic. But yeah, yeah. Lyric wise, I'm not too like involved in it right now. I'm just focusing on the actual sound of the tracks. But if there is anything that stands out, I will talk about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so far the vocals have been great though. Like everything's been pretty good. The pacing's pretty good as well. So digging it.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
all in, baby.
Disappearing, track 5.
How is this the album cover? I don't understand.
It feels lonely, but it also is like you have like Springsteen guitars that are bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you wait for the one who disappears?
Disappearing.
That one's my favorite. I don't know why, because usually I wouldn't like songs that are like just instrumentals, or I wouldn't say that those are usually my favorite ones, unless it's Horn by
True.
Nick Drake.
Of course.
But that one, man, was just so dreamy, so spacey. Felt those guitars were just
Space
so lush.
Cowboy.
Yeah, I love them. It was just a lovely ride. And this one I know isn't depressing because there weren't any lyrics that I can misinterpret. So
There was 2 verses actually, but they were at the very beginning of the song.
Oh well,
I think all the
Yes.
lyrics were done by like a minute and a half.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to talk about lyrics on this song because I don't know why I'm going to talk about it on the song that isn't like barely any. But I think this is probably my favorite track too. I don't know. This one and the last one are both insane. But yeah, I feel like a lot of the lyrical themes are just like him getting over a breakup and like going through the different phases mentally of that. And I think this track does like a beautiful job portraying. It seems like the more guitar elements of it is like him kind of like fighting through this like foreboding depression that's just like on his shoulders after this. And then those like lush kind of psychedelic elements keep like piling on. It's like a nice push and pull battle between like him trying to get through this and then the depression kind of weighing him down. It's kind of a very cool way to paint that picture without lyrics, and it's kind of really got it on this track because of they gave it so much room to breathe. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous arrangement too. Like twinkling keys just randomly thrown in, like flown in like everywhere. Like guitars getting quieter and louder at the forefront and the background. Like just beautiful arrangement. So fantastic. I mean, this is probably my favorite one. So.
Very nice. I like it a lot.
All right. Eyes to the Wind, track 6.
Oh, okay. This is Sour Cowboy.
Triumphant Cowboy.
Riding towards the sunset. Cowboy.
The whole load just rattling the whole way home. Have you fixed your eyes to the wind? Will you let it pull you in again? But I'd be lying to myself if I said I didn't mind. Leave it hanging on the line, lost inside my head. Is this the way I'll be tonight? Have I lost it all, my friend? Just a bit run down here at the moment. I'm all alone here, living in darkness. Alright.
Eyes to the Wind.
That one was also very, very good. Man, I'm running out of things to say. Because it's not like all these songs sound the same, but it's still that kind of, they're all kind of like, I don't want to say upbeat road trip songs, but I mean the last two have been, or no? I don't know. I just feel like
They've been
there's a lot
mixed
of
and
road
matched.
trip songs on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Happy or sad road trips, both of them.
True.
Yeah.
This one seemed a little more hopeful though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, certainly more than disappearing, but yeah, it's just really solid. It's just really nice to listen to. If you're not like super into digging deep and all this stuff, I still think it's pretty dang accessible.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's also great. There you go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is definitely up there for me on favorite tracks. Felt like a Dylan song with like an insane amount of energy to it. I just love how they carry momentum. The piano line on this was just flying. It was soaring. Like the way that came up in the mix was just amazing. I love how triumphant and powerful this song seems. Yeah, basically just about moving forward and expanding upon that throughout verses. But like, yeah, it had that kind of triumphant kind of Springsteen-esque feel again, where it is like these more power ballad kind of rock songs almost, but it has that Heartland flavor. Kind of the same thing here, but like the Dylan delivery he does, I really enjoy. I just love hearing the delivery like that. But yeah, I love how these instrumentals gain momentum, and that was just a ride. That was like the quickest 6-minute song I think I've ever heard.
Yeah,
That like
honestly.
flew by. But all right, The Haunting Isle, track 7. This one is an
Haunting
instrumental. Oh, Idol, yes. The Haunting Idol.
That one was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Little change of pace.
Every
I
good album
guess.
has a guitar only song.
Well, this is true. This is an established fact.
Hmm.
And I guess this one is no exception. It was very nice.
Yes.
Very, very spacey. They really laid on the reverb there.
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't. What do you want me to say? Very nice. But
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was this is the way that Godspeed does their guitars. In the Genius Notes, he said he played it through 7 different amps, so that's how it seems so huge and distant. After hearing a sound like that made live with amps cranked up, like you feel that like in your bones, like it shakes your body when they do that. I love the sound of this song. I love that guitar effect. It's just so much of a natural sound. Like it's just a wave. It's not really like you could hear him strumming the notes, but the amps would like reverb it naturally. It sounded really fantastic. But yeah, super dissonant. I think he just said that he wanted to make something that sounded like the album. Better for better or worse terms, yeah, that's pretty much what this is. So
yeah,
really
True.
great little interlude though. A lot of emotion out of it with like very little. Very good.
yeah, very nice.
Burning, track 8.
Oh, the transition,
Beautiful.
very nice.
Until you realize that you were up against. I spent all those nights just trying to take you till you released me. But you and I, yeah, we've been through that. Oh, can you rectify it all the time it took you away from choosing? Cross the ridge, the river pain. Crush the burden of your heart. Wide awake to redefine the way you listen in the dark.
Burning.
We're right back to the fun road trip song. We took a little detour with spacey guitar zone, and now we're back. And right back to the good stuff, because I really like that song. Not that I didn't like The Haunting Isle, but I also really like Burning. So
Burning.
kind
Yeah.
of running out of things to say out of these fun road trip songs, but hey, it's a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like picture painting on this album is definitely like very key for me in this for picking it out because I feel like when it starts, it perfectly transitions from The Haunting Idol, which is beautiful. It was a really good transition. And then slowly the track goes on and like gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and that's exactly what lyrically he's doing. He's like just heading forward and like burning this light and taking this like forward out of his depression. So it was a very cool picture painting moment of like just the song going from super dark, super dissonant into like this bright, like more triumphant sound again, like the other tracks have been on the album. So very good. I don't have too much to say other than that, but like these have all been pretty fantastic. They're all using their length of the tracks very well too. These songs don't feel too long, even though a lot of them, like there's only one song under 4 minutes on here. So,
True.
but yeah, I am digging this thing. I'm gonna need multiple listens, obviously, but first listen, I'm in for
Yeah,
sure.
me too. Very, very nice.
All right, title track 9.
I saw a soldier man, and he looked his eyes like they were rings. Ooh, but it's hard, I can't resist. But you don't miss it, man. You got it all like a memory. Now it's living under your skin.
Lost in the Dream.
That one was a different kind of fun road trip song. That one kind of gave me like Jackson Brown vibes, maybe a Jackson Brown B side. So not quite like Springsteen, a little more soft rock, but still, man, I could just throw this whole album on when I'm driving somewhere, as long as it's an hour away.
Real.
Perfect.
I don't know if you'd consider it a road trip for anything under an hour, so I feel like that's a good limit.
No. No, if I was just going from one town to another town that was
Yeah.
kind of close by, then this would be perfect for
Yes.
that. But yeah, I don't know. I really like that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice little mix up.
yeah,
know?
I think that perfectly, being the title track, it perfectly wrapped up like what lyrically the album is about, and just like this breakup and like moving on, and just the darkness that comes with the post breakup of that. But yeah, I mean, again, very set and clear, light, dark kind of motifs across the whole thing. It's very cool. It's very simple, but like it just hits. Like you don't have to do anything too crazy. It's a formula and it works very well.
Yeah.
I'm loving all this. It's just so easy to listen to. And if you wanted to dive into lyrics, then they're there. But if not, you got like some beautiful instrumentals and gorgeous like extended outro segments and stuff. Like this record has a lot to it. It's very much like an old school singer songwriter, but at the same time, there's like the instrumentation there's there to back it up. But yeah, fantastic. I'm liking this a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Very, very good.
Outro in reverse.
Better be the whole album just reverse.
I hope so.
Be so awesome.
It sounds forward.
Yeah. I was like, is it?
Nah.
Oh.
In the background is a nun. Don't wanna hesitate. Will they tell me where you're hiding? But through the haze, there's no one there. That the room is bare, and I hear all through the grand parade. And I don't mind you disappearing, 'cause I know you can be found. But I don't mind chasing you through the back ways for the keys. It evaporates and
In reverse.
I think that one might be my favorite one.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I think one of my favorite things for longer songs like this to do, to start off slow and then do that big old punch into like where the rest of the song is gonna go.
Hmm.
I'm a sucker for that. So I was very glad that they did that here. The first part of the song was what I expected the whole record to be, but I was pleasantly surprised that it was not going to be super depressing. Um, yeah, that one was great. Um, again, more in that Jackson Brown soft rock kind of road trip song than a Bruce Springsteen road trip song, but man, just really solid stuff and beautiful intros and outros with those like flute synths or something. I don't
Whatever
know.
that was, yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Outros is definitely up there. I don't know if it's my favorite, but like top 3, I would say. But the song just sounded like acceptance. It was like not like pretty acceptance. It was very much just like okay with situations. I love the way that it faded out from that guitar into like that flute synth at the end. That was a gorgeous fade out. But yeah, again, just vocal performance fantastic. You get those very heartfelt songs across here. I think it definitely helps by doing like that kind of Dylan like inflection. It helps every word kind of stick. But yeah, this is a really fantastic, like very easy listening. Like it's a very specific vibe, but like I'm definitely into this. I I do think like I don't know. I think both most tracks to me were pretty great. I don't know if I'd go back to like Suffering as much. I feel like Suffering was like my least favorite.
Yeah.
But that's pretty
that's really the
nitpicky.
only miss. I
Yeah.
think.
This to me
And
is
it's not even
like
that bad.
this is like Carrie and Lowell that I can listen to,
Yeah,
which is good. I mean,
true.
it's still kind of a sad album, but it takes it in different directions, and it really focuses on just expansive instrumentation and picture painting, which is fantastic. Instead of Carrie and Lowell, where it'll just forever just scar me every time I listen to it, but it's so good. So
It's so good.
this is like the little brother of it, and I like it a lot. So that's a compliment.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like this thing.
Yeah.
This is one where I went in with an expectation it was going to be something completely different, and yeah, I don't know. On first listen, pretty G dang epic, and I'm not even like a big fan of Dylan or Springsteen, especially. But the way that these guys did it, man, I am a fan of whatever they're doing.
Yes.
So, great stuff. Yeah, absolutely loved this. So, thank
Very
you,
good.
whoever suggested it. You're up there. We want to guess what video that was suggested on.
I want to say, ooh,
Could be anything.
it could be anything. I want to say Soccer Mommy,
Oh, that's a good guess.
or I could see this being a Black Country one too.
I can see that. I'm looking. I know there's one specific one I'm thinking of. The Caroline self-titled.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little bit of a curveball. I don't
could
know if
see
it's
that.
going to be on there, but it kind of reminded me of that.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Very good. If either of us got it right, Babby, do
Ding,
a
ding,
cool
ding.
sound. Yeah. So there we go. That's it. We do. How do we want to do this? Because we're doing something a little different for the next couple
we
of
can
weeks.
we can show the wheel.
Do
We'll
the
explain.
wheel.
Yeah.
Do the wheel. Back. So do you want to explain what we're doing over the next couple weeks?
Yeah. So we're doing something very similar that we did last time during our wheel marathon. We are each choosing one album that we want to react to. It's our cheat week. We each get to just yoink one off the wheel and react to it. So Jerry's pick will be next week, and mine will be the following.
Okay. And I have picked self-titled Aaliyah.
Let's
There it
go.
is. Very small.
Yep.
I didn't want to do one that was weighted because I mean I do the wheel, so I did kind of get to choose which ones were weighted. I tried to be a little bit unbiased and did ones that I was not excited for, like Cemetery.
Let's go.
But you know, there you go.
Yeah.
That one's we both love R&B,
Yes.
so hopefully it'll be good. I mean, I assume it's going to be great.
So we'll do Aaliyah self-titled next week, and then my pick is His Spun Chelsea Wolf. So we'll be doing that one the following week.
Yes. So
Two very different albums. So
very different. Do we want to spin the wheel now for the next one,
oh,
or should we wait?
we'll have them wait.
Okay, it'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Well, it won't be a surprise. You'll know after his spun, but
Yeah. We'll make
you
you
know.
wait.
yeah, okay.
All right. Aaliyah, self-titled next week.
Yeah.
As always, if there's an album you want us to react to, put it in the comments. If it's on the wheel already, it gets a boost. So
That is true.
if you team
I
up with all
boosted
your
some.
buddies and you all comment on our video the same album, we'll increase the odds on it. Just don't spam the same album over and over again. We will
Yes.
know.
It's the same account doing
Yeah,
it.
if it's the
We
same
will
account
know.
doing it, we'll know.
But yeah, I did behind the scenes. I did give some boost to some stuff from last week. So if you've noticed an album that you suggested get a little bit thicker, then that's why. So the system works.
Yes.
Trust us.
Haha.
I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't know. Maybe not trust our system. But that'll be next week, so stay tuned. Hit the sub button if you want to. I'm not forcing you, but do it if you want to.
Can.
Yeah,
It's always an option.
real. We have a podcast. If you want to hear us talk about other stuff and music,
Yes.
it's in there too. We also have a Twitter.
At Boytime YT,
That's it.
having some fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time over there. I've been contemplating of whether or not I should go back to bullying Joe Rogan, but since he sucks Elon Musk's little member,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I
know.
might get got for that
You
one.
might get got.
That's a life I lead.
We'll see. We can test the waters.